Have you ever wondered if a man is secretly falling for you, even though he acts like he doesn't care? Maybe he teases you, pretends to be indifferent, or acts a little aloof, but somehow, there are moments that make you question if his tough exterior is hiding something deeper. The truth is, men often show their feelings in subtle, almost unnoticeable ways. They don't always say "I like you" or express their emotions openly, especially if they're naturally reserved, protective, or just trying to maintain a confident image. But actions, habits, and small gestures can speak louder than words. And if you know what to look for, you can spot the signs that he's truly falling for you, day by day. The tricky part is that when a man acts tough, it's easy to misread his intentions. His teasing might feel like just playful banter. His occasional glances might seem like coincidence. And when he prioritizes time with you, it might appear as nothing more than friendly courtesy. But love, attraction, and emotional attachment often reveal themselves quietly, almost instinctively. Subtle gestures, thoughtful attention, protective instincts, and even small moments of vulnerability are all part of the puzzle. They show a deeper level of interest that he might not yet be ready to verbalize. Understanding these signs is empowering. It allows you to recognize genuine interest and emotional investment without waiting for words that may take time to come. It also helps you differentiate between casual friendship and growing romantic feelings. The behaviors that reveal a man's affection are often consistent, deliberate, and intentional, even when he's pretending not to care. These signs may appear as playful teasing, remembering small details about you, making time despite a busy schedule, showing protective behavior, or even acting slightly nervous or awkward around you. The beauty of these indicators is that they're universal, yet unique to each person. Some men express love through actions rather than words, making gestures that show care, attention, and thoughtfulness. Others might reveal their feelings through subtle emotional cues, like jealousy when someone else flirts with you, or extra effort to make you smile. And even when they seem to be keeping a distance or hiding behind a tough exterior, these small but meaningful signs often reveal the truth. They are falling for you, and their affection is growing stronger every day. If you've ever questioned whether a man cares more than he lets on, this guide is for you. We'll break down 12 clear signs that reveal when a man is emotionally investing in you, even if he acts distant, cool, or tough. By recognizing these signals, you can gain clarity about his feelings, better understand the dynamics of your connection, and even anticipate how your relationship may evolve over time. These aren't just random behaviors. They are deliberate signs of attraction and attachment that show he values you in ways you may not have noticed before. By paying attention to subtle patterns, actions, and reactions, you can decode the hidden language of his heart. This isn't about guessing or overthinking. It's about learning to see the consistent ways he expresses interest, care, and affection. From remembering the little things you say to making time for you despite a busy life, from playful teasing to small gestures of protection, each sign tells a story. And together, these 12 signs paint a clear picture. A man may act tough, but his heart is quietly falling for you, and his feelings are deepening with every passing day. 1. He finds excuses to be around you. One of the clearest signs a man is falling for you, even if he tries to act tough, is that he constantly finds reasons to be near you. This isn't about coincidence, it's intentional. He might show up where you are unexpectedly, volunteer to help with tasks you're involved in, or just happen to be at the same places you frequent. Even small gestures, like offering to walk you to your car, sitting next to you during group events, or finding shared hobbies, indicate he values your presence. A man acting tough might mask his emotions with sarcasm, indifference, or playful teasing, but his desire to be around you betrays him. It's a subconscious effort to get closer, to observe you, and to feel connected without directly admitting it. He's likely thinking about how he can create opportunities to spend time together while keeping up the facade of nonchalance. This behavior also shows that your presence has become a priority in his life. Even if he's busy or has other responsibilities, he'll make subtle adjustments to ensure he crosses paths with you. It's not about being controlling or intrusive. It's about wanting to share moments and experiences, even indirectly. The key to noticing this sign is consistency. Occasional encounters might just be chance, but repeated actions and subtle initiatives reveal genuine interest. Over time, you'll notice a pattern. He's always finding reasons, no matter how small, to stay close to you, proving that his feelings are growing stronger every day. 2. He notices the small things about you. A man who is falling for you doesn't just see the big picture. He notices the tiny details that most people overlook. It could be the way you tuck your hair behind your ear, a new perfume, the song you hum absent-mindedly, or your favorite coffee order. These small observations indicate he's paying attention to you in a way that goes beyond surface-level interaction. When someone acts tough, they might hide their emotions behind a wall of indifference or teasing. However, noticing the little things is a subtle way of showing care without explicitly saying it. It's his way of silently acknowledging you, your habits, and your personality. For him, these details are proof that you're important enough to be remembered and valued. Moreover, he might bring up these small things in conversation later, showing that he listens carefully and remembers even what seems insignificant. For instance, he might casually mention that he bought the chocolate you once said you loved or recall an offhand comment about a movie you like. This demonstrates a level of attentiveness that goes beyond ordinary friendship. Pay attention to whether he adjusts his behavior based on these observations. Does he try to make you smile with a gesture inspired by something you casually mentioned? Does he notice subtle changes in your mood or appearance? These are clear indicators that his feelings are deepening, even if he masks them with a tough guy demeanor. 3. He teases you in a playful way. Playful teasing is a classic sign of growing affection, especially when a man tries to hide his emotions behind a tough exterior. When he teases you, it's not meant to hurt or insult. It's a form of engagement. He's trying to create a playful, flirtatious connection that allows him to interact with you without openly expressing vulnerability. The nature of the teasing often reflects intimacy and attention. He might joke about your habits, your reactions, or things you do casually, but the tone is light-hearted and affectionate. This playful banter helps him bridge the gap between wanting to get closer and maintaining his tough persona. It's a safe way for him to show interest while protecting his emotions. Another key aspect is frequency. Occasional teasing might just be friendly, but consistent playful teasing, especially paired with other caring behaviors, is a strong sign of attraction. He's invested in your response, observing how you react, and often subtly testing boundaries to gauge your feelings toward him. Furthermore, playful teasing often comes with little acts of attention, like smiling when you laugh at his jokes or finding excuses to interact with you afterward. It's a way of keeping the interaction dynamic and emotionally charged without having to say, "I like you." Over time, this behavior reveals a deeper connection. He's invested in making you feel special and enjoys seeing your reactions, even if he doesn't openly admit it. 4. He remembers what you say. A man who is genuinely falling for you pays attention to your words, even when you think they're insignificant. He remembers the little details you casually mention, your favorite snacks, a dream you have, or even a random story about your childhood. This shows that he values your thoughts and feelings enough to store them in his memory, which is a subtle but powerful way of expressing affection. For someone who acts tough, this behavior can be surprising because he may not openly express his emotions. Instead, he uses your words as a guide to connect with you on a deeper level. He might reference something you said weeks ago or surprise you with a thoughtful gesture inspired by your conversation. For example, if you mentioned liking a certain book or band, he might bring it up or even find a way to include it in a shared experience. Remembering what you say is also about attentiveness and emotional intelligence. It shows he's mentally engaged in your interactions rather than passively listening. He's mentally filing away information, not to impress you immediately, but because you matter to him. This can create a strong emotional bond over time, even if he doesn't openly confess his feelings. Additionally, his memory of your words often guides his actions. If you complain about being stressed, he might offer help or comfort later. If you talk about your ambitions, he may encourage and support them in subtle ways. These small yet consistent actions reveal a growing attachment and admiration for you. Over time, His ability to remember your words and act on them signals that his feelings are deepening, even if he maintains a facade of toughness. 5. He protects you without being asked. A man who is falling for you often demonstrates protection in subtle, instinctive ways. He doesn't need you to ask for help or safety. He anticipates it. Whether it's walking on the outside of the sidewalk, carrying something heavy for you, or ensuring you feel comfortable in social situations, these actions reflect his care and attentiveness. Even men who act tough can show this protective instinct quietly. He might hide his concern behind casual remarks, jokes, or confident demeanor, but the essence remains. He wants you to feel safe and supported. Protection here isn't about controlling you. It's about making you feel secure and valued without drawing attention to his emotions. This behavior also demonstrates emotional investment. By being protective, he signals that your well-being matters to him, even when he doesn't say it. Small actions, like stepping in when someone bothers you or checking on you after a stressful day, communicate concern and consideration. Consistent protective behavior, especially when paired with subtle affection, is a reliable indicator of deepening feelings. Over time, these gestures build trust and intimacy, showing that his emotions for you are growing stronger every day, even if he refuses to admit it outright. 6. He gets jealous when others flirt with you. Jealousy can be a tricky but revealing sign of attraction. A man who is falling for you may try to hide his feelings, but when someone else flirts with you, it triggers a subtle, instinctive reaction. He might become quiet, frown, tease you, or even act slightly distant, all of which indicate that he cares about your attention and doesn't like the idea of losing it. Even if he acts tough, this jealousy is a window into his emotions. He may not verbally express his discomfort, but his body language and reactions often reveal his inner feelings. A fleeting glare, crossed arms, or protective comment are all ways he signals that your presence matters to him more than anyone else's. Importantly, healthy jealousy here isn't controlling. It's a reflection of emotional investment. It shows that he values your connection and is sensitive to potential threats to your bond. Over time, these subtle reactions become more noticeable, revealing his growing affection and attachment. 7. He makes time for you despite a busy schedule. One of the most telling signs a man is falling for you, even if he acts tough, is that he prioritizes you in his life. Everyone is busy, but when he goes out of his way to carve out time for you, it signals that you matter to him more than fleeting convenience. Whether it's rearranging plans, skipping other commitments, or simply checking in with a quick message, he consistently shows effort to be present. This behavior demonstrates intentionality. He isn't just available by chance. He's actively making room for you in his life. A man acting tough may not openly say, "I care," but his actions speak louder than words. Even small gestures like sharing a coffee break, attending an event important to you, or scheduling time to hang out reveal that you occupy a meaningful space in his priorities. Making time also reflects emotional investment. It shows that he enjoys your company and values the moments you spend together. He is willing to put in effort without being asked, highlighting the importance of your connection. Over time, this builds trust and deepens your bond, even if he maintains a facade of nonchalance or independence. Another aspect to notice is consistency. Occasional attention might be coincidental, but repeated efforts to be there for you despite a hectic life reveal genuine affection. He is showing, without saying it outright, that your happiness and companionship are important to him. 8. He opens up slowly about his feelings. Even men who act tough have vulnerabilities, and a key sign of falling in love is when he starts sharing those vulnerabilities, slowly and carefully. He may begin with small admissions, personal stories, or moments of honesty about his past or emotions. These glimpses are rare and intentional. They indicate trust and a growing desire for closeness. Opening up slowly allows him to maintain his tough image while letting you in emotionally. He tests the waters, sharing little by little to see how you respond. Your reactions help him feel safe to reveal more over time. Every shared story, confession, or emotional reveal strengthens your connection and subtly communicates that you are becoming significant in his life. It's important to recognize the difference between casual conversation and meaningful disclosure. When he talks about his fears, hopes, or past experiences, even in small doses, it signals emotional intimacy. He is gradually allowing you to see his true self, something he likely shields from most others. This slow opening also indicates his thoughtfulness. He doesn't rush into vulnerability. Instead, he carefully gauges your trustworthiness, ensuring that sharing feelings won't leave him exposed. This careful approach reflects genuine affection and growing attachment. 9. He compliments you, even casually. Compliments are more than just words. They're a window into how someone values you. A man who is falling for you will notice and acknowledge qualities that matter to him, even in casual, offhand ways. He may comment on your smile, style, intelligence, or sense of humor, often in moments when it feels spontaneous. Even if he acts tough, these compliments reveal that he observes and admires you. They are his way of expressing appreciation without breaking the cool facade. He might disguise admiration with playful teasing or humor, but the underlying intent is clear. He wants you to feel noticed and valued. The best compliments are subtle and specific. Instead of generic statements, he focuses on unique traits that make you who you are. This shows attentiveness and emotional connection. Over time, these small remarks accumulate, demonstrating that he is not only attracted to you but also emotionally invested in your happiness. Casual compliments often signal comfort and ease. He feels safe enough to acknowledge your positive traits, even in passing, which is a significant step for someone who tends to act reserved or tough. This behavior is a quiet but consistent indicator that his feelings are deepening. 10. He shows care through actions, not words. A man who is falling for you often demonstrates his feelings through actions rather than verbal declarations. Even if he acts tough or avoids saying, "I like you," his behavior speaks volumes. He might do things like helping you with tasks, remembering important dates, or going out of his way to make your life easier. These actions show that he values your well-being and is emotionally invested in your happiness. For someone who maintains a tough exterior, action-based care is a safe way to express affection without exposing vulnerability. He might avoid sappy words, but his consistent efforts to support, protect, or simply be there for you indicate deep feelings. Actions like picking you up when you're unwell, offering assistance without being asked, or remembering small preferences demonstrate attentiveness and thoughtfulness. This pattern of caring through deeds also communicates reliability and trustworthiness. It shows that his feelings are genuine and not fleeting or superficial. Unlike words, actions leave a lasting impression and create emotional resonance, building a bond even when verbal communication is minimal. Moreover, paying attention to these subtle behaviors over time reveals his growing attachment. Small gestures may seem ordinary in isolation, but their consistency indicates that he is emotionally invested. His care is a silent declaration. He wants you to feel supported, loved, and important, even if he hides it behind a facade of toughness. 11. He tries to make you laugh or smile. A man who is falling for you wants to see you happy. One way he shows this, even while acting tough, is by making you laugh or smile. Humor and playfulness are tools he uses to connect with you, break down emotional barriers, and create enjoyable shared moments. It's his way of expressing affection without being overtly vulnerable. Even subtle attempts, like teasing jokes, funny comments, or playful pranks, signal that he is invested in your emotional state. He notices what makes you laugh and uses it intentionally to lighten your mood. These actions demonstrate attentiveness and care, revealing his desire to make you feel good in his presence. Trying to make you smile also strengthens emotional intimacy. Shared laughter fosters a sense of closeness and comfort, and he knows this instinctively. Even if he pretends not to care or hides his vulnerability, his efforts to bring joy into your life highlight his growing attachment. The consistency and intent behind these moments are key. Casual jokes might just be friendly, but repeated, thoughtful attempts to elicit your happiness indicate affection. He enjoys your reaction, values your happiness, and is slowly letting you see the softer side of his personality behind the tough mask. 12. He acts nervous or awkward around you. Even the most confident, tough-acting men can show vulnerability when they have strong feelings for someone. Nervousness or awkwardness around you is a clear sign of growing affection. He might fidget, stumble over words, or hesitate when trying to impress you. These behaviors reveal that he cares about your opinion and wants to make a good impression. Awkwardness often appears as subtle signs, a sudden change in tone, avoiding prolonged eye contact, or overthinking his words. Even when he tries to maintain a calm or indifferent exterior, these small cues betray his emotions. It shows that he is emotionally invested and that your presence affects him more than he lets on. This nervous energy also indicates a desire for connection. He's not acting uncomfortable randomly. His anxiety is tied to wanting to be accepted, liked, or appreciated by you. Over time, these moments of awkwardness demonstrate authenticity and humanize his tough persona, giving you glimpses of the real feelings he harbors inside. Finally, nervous, awkward behavior often coexists with other signs of affection, such as protective gestures, attention to small details, or casual compliments. Together, they create a consistent picture of someone whose feelings are deepening daily, even if he hasn't directly admitted them.